Well, South Africa's digital economy is growing and young content creators are stepping into that space. But as government hosts its second G20 working group in Gqeberha, the focus is now shifting from global conversations to how these opportunities reach ordinary people, especially young South Africans living in suburbs and rural areas. Newzroom Afrika's Sipha Kema filed this report.
South Africa's digital future depends on how well people are connected. At the G20 meeting in Gqeberha, government says access to reliable internet, especially in largely rural provinces like the Eastern Cape, is no longer a luxury, but a basic need.
Connectivity is the cornerstone of everything else. If you don't have it, you are basically left off from the rest of the world. And as you indicated, especially for the youth, right? Apart from the high unemployment rate, you also have, and we experienced this during COVID, that many were basically destitute. You couldn't go to school anymore. So how do we make sure that we have meaningful digital connectivity to ensure access everywhere, irrespective of where you are, and especially in areas like this, which we consider as a rural province?
Young people are turning to platforms like TikTok and YouTube to earn money, but they need better support in order to succeed.
The issue of technology and the opportunity it brings for the country is huge. With the high rate of unemployment, we have a lot of our youth not employed, looking for opportunities. So what the minister announced brings opportunity for the youth to create, earning opportunities for themselves using social media platforms like TikTok, Facebook, etc. And this will also enhance our creative industries.
Globally, countries are finding ways to regulate and protect the digital economy while supporting innovation.
In Germany, we have a very active media community. We have lots of frameworks. They're primarily European, so we mainly move in this European regulatory environment where, on the one hand, we have frameworks that govern what sort of content we don't want to see online on digital platforms with the DSA. We have other frameworks that cover things like political advertising and issues tied to that. And so the dominant framework we have in Germany is really about a safe, secure online environment for everyone.
South Africa's digital vision is gaining international recognition, with calls for inclusion and infrastructure to match.
The 4 priority areas are, first of all, making sure everyone has universal digital inclusion. Everyone can access internet. Today, we talked about digital public infrastructure, which is a fancy term of saying, how can we make sure now that the citizens get the services to interact using digital, so all the benefits of digital. And then the other agenda items in this presidency are tied to how do we help catalyze MSME growth, SME as MSME group, and then of course artificial intelligence. So I think the agenda itself, lays a great foundation for how South Africa wants to advance.
The Department of Communications and Digital Technologies says the work doesn't end with this G20 meeting. The focus now is on rolling out policies that support digital inclusion so that young South Africans, no matter where they live, can benefit from a growing digital economy. For Newzroom Afrika on Channel 405, I'm Sipha Kema in Gqeberha.